fight to them. Same thing. Same exact thing. Let's go. As one Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork you will not get anywhere else. Where we do not teach you how to rise to the occasion. We teach you how to fall to your level of preparation. Whew. Make Your Move Monday, folks. Last Make Your Move Monday of August. Last one without football season too. It's actually kind of started stemming from football, the football world, where there was just a lot of storylines as I was consuming so much football from Saturday all the way through Sunday night, that it was like, you know what, there's burning questions, there's things I gotta get out. So the Make Your Move kickoff question actually did start the end, sort of the midway point to the end of last season, especially if we're talking the college game. You know, I'm a big Michigan fan, and we had a rough season. Outside of beating Ohio State and Alabama, it was a rough time watching them. So there was just tons of questions I had in terms of where do we go as a fan base? What do we do? It was frustrating, right? So also, in addition to the Make Your Move kickoff question today, it is the final Monday of August, which means time to see how I did on my monthly goals, time to set forth, publicly announce what my September goals are going to be all about. We'll be diving into all of that later on in the live stream, where you may be listening to, like, because I play this video to start every live stream now. So it may be one of those things where you're listening to it on the live stream. If you're not, if you just listen to the video individually, that's what we're going to be doing. So make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share this channel out to anybody that needs to hear, especially those in the employee development world. All right. So speaking of all that, that leads me to today's Make Your Move kickoff question and the introduction of the theme for the week, which is growth and development. All right, growth and development. What are they? What is the difference between somebody that's growing versus somebody that's actually developing? And are you more so moving towards the latter? Are you actually developing, or are you simply growing? And I gave a bit of a preview of this last week when I gave a preview episode of what we're going to be talking about. Understand the difference. All right, so I'm going to just answer the question blank, and then I'll bring it up, or, kind of give some feedback on it. Growing is what's going to happen naturally. You're naturally going to go from a bit, your bones are going to get stronger, teeth are going to fall out, and then they're going to grow back into adult teeth. You're going to have adult bones, and you're going to get muscles, and you're going to grow physically. It's actually going to happen. How big you are and all that kind of stuff, it's kind of genetics, and there's a lot of scientific things that play a role in that. Everyone's going to grow. The question is are you going to develop, right? Develop is actually understanding. Now there's a certain sense, there's certain things that you're doing to activate your brain. There's certain things that you're doing to make it so you know more and you're able to react differently when you're in certain situations, and you can pick up on this and pick up on that. And your senses, it's more of a spiritual thing. It's more of a sense of desire that you want to develop into being somebody. You want to develop into being a great public speaker. You want to develop into being a great doctor. You want to develop into being a great football player. You want to develop into being a great educator. You want to develop into you fill in the blank. All right. So again, you have to make that decision on what you want to develop in, instead of just kind of going with the flow, which happens too often. What happens too often, and I'll close you out with this, and we'll dive deeper into all this, and when I have the article in front of me. What happens too often is we've been built into there's this built-in mindset amongst the majority of people where they just decide that I'm just going to grow and be happy with the growth. I'm just gonna be happy with the growth. I'll be happy with the status quo. I'll be happy with whatever the world presented to me when I was born. And I'm not gonna develop, because development causes too much stress. Development causes too much work. Development causes me to actually look at my own shit and say, hey, I didn't do that the right way. I gotta get better. I gotta learn how to do whatever I tried to do. I gotta learn how to do it better. That's development. Development actually hurts. Development actually takes you owning up to the shit that you have put out there and the problems that you've created for yourself. That's what development entails. That's what real development entails. And a lot of people, the minute they get a taste of that, they don't want to do it anymore. So the reason I'm bringing all this up and I'm deciphering it too is because you as a entrepreneur, you as a person that consumes this work and consumes this channel, if you want to stick around here, at least, you need to be in the habit of developing whatever it is you're trying to do, developing your ideas, developing your thing, developing your business, developing whatever it is you're building in your heart and in your mind. That's the difference. That's the decipher. Now, I strategically decided I thought this was going to be a great topic, because as we get into football season, you're going to see the teams that are simply growing, like physically. You see a lot of guys that are physically gifted in the football world, but are they developing in certain things? Are they doing the same things that they did back when we first saw from. You know, I'm not going to say that name, but we know who we're talking about in regards to when I say, are you developing? Yeah, you're growing and you're getting better. You might be, you know, getting stronger or whatever. But the question is, are you developing? Are you more so listening with your mind? So again, we'll dive into the details of this on the live stream today. Main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work. It's makeyourmove.com. That's MakeYamove.com. One-stop shop for your teamwork and your self-development needs. As one, Cruikshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.